unforgettable summer.
It's Hot Man.
Today, one of these four players will win a fabulous trip to Puerto Rico as we play America's most popular hidden word game, Boggle, the interactive game. And here's your host, Martindale.
Thank you very much, Randy West. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Boggle, the interactive game. We have an exciting new game where not only do the players here in the studio compete, but several times during the course of this show, you at home will get a chance to win prizes by playing a game very similar to the one we're playing here. All you need is a touch-tone telephone, so stick around for that, will you? In the meantime, let's meet our four studio players. This is Steve Simon, a travel agent from Villa Park, California. This is Rick Weiner, a writer from Northridge, California. Mitch Messinger, a restaurant host from Manalapan, New Jersey. And say hello to Carlease Burke, an apartment manager from Queens, New York. Welcome all of you. These four players will compete in our elimination contest until we come up with one Boggle champion of the day. That person will win this fabulous trip.
Today's winner will enjoy an exciting week in Puerto Rico, the beautiful island of sunshine and romance. You'll stay at San Juan's newest hotel, the new Holiday Inn Crown Plaza Hotel on sunny Isla Verde Beach. Superb dining, entertainment, and the excitement of El Tropical. The Holiday Inn Crown Plaza. Okay, Wink.
Thank you, Randy. And by the way, in addition to the trip to Puerto Rico, as if that isn't enough, we'll give you a Vivitar camera for you to record all the fun you'll be having there. All right, players, we're about to start round one. In front of you, you'll see a keypad that looks exactly like a telephone keypad. I'll show you a grid of letters that corresponds to that keypad. Hidden somewhere in the grid are 4- and 5-letter words. I'll give you a clue to one of the words, and you'll have 10 seconds to spell it out by pressing the number or symbol on your keypad that corresponds to the correct letters. Bear in mind, you are spelling the answers out using the letters on our grid and not the letters on your telephone keypad. Remember that. For example, in this grid, if the clue was an ant at a picnic, you would ignore the letters on your telephone keypad and spell out the answer pest, P-E-S-T, by pressing the number keys that are in the same position as the letters on our grid. So to spell out pest, you'd press 1 for P, 5 for E, 6 for S, and 8 for T. And let me point out, in each word, each letter must connect to the prior letter. And bear in mind, you're spelling the answers out using the letters on our grid and not the letters on your telephone keypad. And one more thing and we'll begin. After 3 seconds, we'll show you the first letter of the answer. And remember, you can only use a letter once for each word. Each word is worth up to 1,000 points. The faster you punch in the correct letters, the more points you score. The 3 players with the highest scores after 5 words moves on to round 2. And let me just say this, you people at home watching can practice playing our game by finding those same words using your own touch-tone phone. Practice and see how well you do. All right, let's get started by looking at the first Boggle board. Here's your first clue. It's at the end of your arm. Word begins with H. H-A-N-D. Of course, at the end of your arm is your hand. Steve, you're the only one who missed it. Everybody else got it right. Steve, hit your hand. Do that one time. Attaboy. Remember, you can score up to 1,000 points for each correct answer, and your scores are determined by how fast you punched in your answer. Let's move on to clue number 2. Here it comes. Birthday candle holder. Word begins with C. C-A-K-E. Birthday candle holder is a cake. Steve is the only one. Rick, Mitch, and Carlease. Shame on you. Let's add these scores to the totals and see where we stand. These are the running totals. Well, at least everybody's got some points. That's about all I can say at this point. Let's go on to word number 3. Here's your clue. Take a look. Psychics say they can read yours. Begins with M. M-I-N-D. Oh, you're so smart. You are so smart. Everybody got that one. All right, let's add that to your previous scores. These are the running totals. And I must say that, Rick, you are the one behind. Remember, only 3 players move ahead to round 2. All right, those are the totals as we go to word 4. Take a look, okay? See if you can find this word. For the clue, where there's this, there's fire. It begins with S. S-M-O-K-E. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Brilliant players. Everybody got that one. Okay, let's see. Rick, you were behind. Let's add to your previous scores and see where everybody stands at this point in our game of interactive Boggle. And we find that Rick is still behind, but you closed the gap a little bit, Rick. We're ready for our final word, and Rick, that means that you must get this right to have a chance to move on. All righty? Here we go with your final clue. Take a look. An Indian's boat. This begins with a C. C-A-N-O-E. Well, Rick, you got that one. Everybody got it except Carlease. All righty, let's total up the scores and see who's moving on to round 2. There are the totals, and Steve, Mitch, and Carlease move on to the second round. Congratulations to all three of you, and of course we have to say goodbye to Rick. Rick, you did close the gap a little bit, but not quite enough. We do have some nice parting gifts, and our thanks for playing Interactive Boggle.
Boggle the mind.
Now, see how easy that is? I hope you agree. You want to get in on some fun? You want to play some Boggle? Here's your chance at home to be a game show contestant and win prizes. Watch this.
It's time for a Family Channel interactive play break. Get to your phones because it's your chance to be a contestant on a game show. Here's your host, Wink Martindale.
Hi, it's time for a Boggle play break. You want to win terrific prizes? Then pick up the phone now and call 1-900-773-5533 before our call-in countdown reaches 0. It only costs $4.98 to play, and it's really easy. We play Boggle by finding 4- and 5-letter words in a grid that resembles your telephone keypad. We'll give you clues to 5 different words. To spell out a word, look at the screen, find the letter you need, and punch the button on your phone that's in the same place as that letter. In this grid, if the first clue was half a quart, you'd spell out the answer pint by pressing 6 for P, 5 for I, 9 for N, and the pound sign for T. And let me point out, in each word, each letter must connect to the previous letter. After 3 seconds, we'll show you the first letter of the answer. You'll then have 7 more seconds to spell out the complete word. Remember, you can only use a letter once for each word, and in order to get credit for an answer, you must spell it out completely. After 5 words, the caller with the highest score, combining the most correct answers in the shortest amount of time, wins. Randy, tell them about the prizes.
Today's featured prize, breathe pure, deep, clean air and feel healthier. The same technology used in U.S. nuclear submarines has been designed into Oryx's hypoallergenic air machine with electronic filter that never needs replacing. Today's Boggle Play Break winners will compete in our Boggle Playoff for a Holiday Inn Crown Plaza vacation to San Juan, Puerto Rico. If you're having fun watching Boggle and Shuffle, be sure to watch for our newest interactive game, Jumble, coming soon on FAM.
It's easy, but don't forget, you need a touch-tone phone and you must be at least 18 to play. Well, our call-in countdown is almost over. We'll be right back to play our game. The clue and Atlas is filled with these. M, first letter. On your phone, you should have pushed 5, 4, 2, and 1. The word is maps. 4-letter word. A ball hit outside the lines. Starts with F. That's a foul ball. F-O-U-L. 4 letters. Clue. Precedes shalt not kill. This starts with T. T-H-O-U. Thou shalt not kill. Up to a 5-letter word, it's where your teeth are. Word begins with M. Your teeth are in your M-O-U-T-H, your mouth. 5 letters, the clue. A priest is a man of the what? Starts with C. C-L-O-T-H, a man of the cloth. Thanks, players, and stay tuned. The winner of this play break will be announced in just a few minutes. And don't forget, there are more daily play breaks where you can play and win.
On the next Rescue 911.
Welcome back to Boggle, everybody. And by the way, thanks to all of our players at home. I hope you had fun playing and you'd like to do it again. Keep practicing at it. You'll get better. If you didn't get a chance to play that time, we'll be coming up on another play break right after this round. Okay, I've got another Boggle board and 5 more words for these studio players, and they do play well. After that, we'll be down to our 2 finalists who will get to compete in our 3rd round to determine today's studio winner. Will it be Steve? Will it be Mitch? Will it be Carlease? All of our player scores are back to 0. And here's the first of our 5 words. The clue is A bird's arm. The word begins with W. W-I-N-G. A bird's arm would be the wing, and everybody got it. Hey, that's what we like to see. A good beginning. Everybody's right. All right, let's move on to clue number 2. Take a look at this. Good luck. The clue is a group of 3 singers. This begins with a T. T-R-I-O. Piece of cake. Just like Steve said a while ago. A trio. Very good. All right, let's add the scores to the totals and see where everybody stands. Remember, only 2 can move along to the next round. All right, this is very close, as everybody at home sees. Now, let's move on to word number 3. Here's your clue. Take a look. Elevator's direction from top. This begins with a D. D-O-W-N. Elevator's direction from top down. Wow, Carlease, congratulations to you. You were the only one that answered that correctly that time. All right, you could jump way ahead. These are the totals as we go for word 4. All right, there they are. Yeah, Carlease, you're out in front. Mitch close, and Steve, you're still in the game. All right, here's your next clue. Take a look. She just got married. Begins with a B. B-R-I-D-E. Everybody got that one? Of course, it's a bride. All righty, let's add that to your previous scores. Where does everybody stand? Let's take a look. It's a close game, I have a feeling. The totals are as you see them. With Carlease out in front by about 300 points, roughly. Mitch, that means you must get this right to move on. Here's your final clue. Take a look. Tom Sawyer creator. This begins with a T. T-W-A-I-N, as in Mark Twain. Tom Sawyer creator. Very good. You all got it right. So it really comes down to the totals. Who came in the fastest? Who got it? Let's total up the scores and see who's moving on to the final round. The 2 players will be Carlease and Mitch. Congratulations. Very close. That's the closest game we've had so far in Boggle. So congratulations to both you, Mitch, and Carlease. We have to say goodbye to Steve, but what a good game you played. We do have some nice parting gifts for you, and our thanks for playing Boggle. And we'll be back with our finalists, Mitch and Carlease, to determine today's winner, who will be going to Puerto Rico. We'll find out after we give you at home a chance to be a winner as well. It's easy. Watch this.
This is Boggle, the interactive game on the Family Channel.
Next time you make ice.
Play break. Get to your phones because it's your chance to be a contestant on a game show. Here's your host, Wink Martindale.
Hi, it's time for a Boggle play break. You want to win terrific prizes? Then pick up the phone now and call 1-900-773-5533 before our call-in countdown reaches 0. It only costs $4.98 to play, and it's really easy. We play Boggle by finding 4- and 5-letter words in a grid that resembles your telephone keypad. We'll give you clues to 5 different words. To spell out a word, look at the screen, find the letter you need, and punch the button on your phone that's in the same place as that letter. In this grid, if the first clue was bee's nest, you'd spell out the answer hive by pressing 9 for H, 5 for I, 7 for V, and 4 for E. And let me point out in each word, each letter must connect to the previous letter. After 3 seconds, we'll show you the first letter of the answer. You'll then have 7 more seconds to spell out the complete word. Remember, you can only use a letter once for each word, and in order to get credit for an answer, you must spell it out completely. After 5 words, a caller with the highest score combining the most correct answers in the shortest amount of time wins. Randy, tell them about the prizes.
Today's featured prize, Sirocco's 11-piece sturdy resin outdoor furniture set, including an extension table, 4 chairs, umbrella, and base. 2 side tables plus 2 chaise lounges, made in America by Sirocco. Today's Boggle Play Break winners will compete in our Boggle Playoff for a Holiday Inn Crown Plaza vacation to San Juan, Puerto Rico. If you're having fun watching Boggle and Shuffle, be sure to watch for our newest interactive game, Jumble, coming soon on BAM.
It's easy, but don't forget, you need a touch-tone phone and you must be at least 18 to play. Well, our call-in countdown is almost over. We'll be right back to play our game. This is a 4-letter word. John Tesh's co-host, Mary Who. Starts with H. If you pushed 4, 5, 6, and 3, you found Mary Hart. Another four-letter word, the clue Tarzan of the what? Starts with A. A-P-E-S, Tarzan of the Apes. Four-letter word, the clue canned meat product. It starts with S. S-P-A-M, during the war, spam. Here's a five-letter word, cowboy leggings. Starts with C. C-H-A-P-S. They're called chaps. Five letters in this word, Spanish for father. Starts with P. You found it if you pushed 85269 on your phone. Padre. Thanks, players, and stay tuned. The winner of this play break will be announced in a few minutes. And don't forget, there are more daily play breaks where you, too, can play and win. Hey, welcome back to Boggle, everybody, and thanks to all of our players at home who played. If you didn't get a chance to play that time around, we'll be coming up on another play break right after this round. In the meantime, I've got another Boggle board and 5 more words for these two players in the studio, Mitch and Carlease. This will determine today's studio winner. That person will receive a marvelous trip to Puerto Rico, and our runner-up will get a nice prize. Randy, what is it?
Our runner-up will receive a lightweight, high-performance sewing machine for everyone who loves to sew. It's specially priced, the Model 108 from New Home Sewing Machine Company. Okay, wait.
Mitch just said he's got to win. He doesn't know what do you do with a sewing machine. All right, our player scores are back to 0. Here's the first of our 5 words, and the clue is country of the Shah. Begins with an I. I-R-A-N. Of course, Iran. The Shah of Iran. Both of you got it. Look at those scores. 541 to 517. You both got in very, very hurriedly. All right, here's the clue for word number 2. Kukla and Ollie's human friend. Begins with an F. F-R-A-N. The lovable Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. We grew up with them. Nobody got it. You want to leave the room, take 5, think about it? No. Let's take a look at these totals on these scores, huh? Really, it's the same score as after round 1. 541, 517. Let's go to word number 3. Here's the clue. Take a look. Female astronaut Sally who? Begins with an R. R-I-D-E. Now you remember Carlease. Sally Ride. Sally Ride. Mitch, you got it. Carlease missed it. Let's add that to your previous scores as Mitch will jump out in front. But there's still time for Carlease, I believe. Here is the clue. Take a look at this one. French currency. This begins with an F. F-R-A-N-C. The franc. And Mitch was the only one who got that. He's going to add 498 to his score. All right, let's add them all up. Carlease dropping back further. Okay, the final clue of the round. The final clue of the round. And here is that clue. Take a look. Anger gives you an axe to what? Begins with a G. G-R-I-N-D. Anger gives you an axe to grind. Okay, let's total up the scores and see who our winner is. Okay, there's our big winner, Mitch, with 1,643 points. Well, after those first couple of words, you sort of ran off with it as you found the right words. Congratulations to you, Mitch. You've won the fabulous trip to Puerto Rico. And to remember your vacation forever, we have this for you as well. Randy, tell it.
You'll record those special moments of your fun-filled week in Puerto Rico, Mitch, with this his and her Vivitar's innovative 440pz camera, built-in 3870mm power zoom lens, and sophisticated electronic flash. Beautiful pictures from scenics to portraits from Vivitar. Congratulations!
A trip to Puerto Rico, a Vivitar camera, a prize package worth over $3,800. And I'm sorry we have to say goodbye to Carlease, but Carlease, you do get the sewing machine. Enjoy it in good health, all right? And thanks for playing Boggle. We'll be back with our winner, Mitch, in just a moment. First, we're going to give you at home again a chance to play Boggle and get in on the fun and prizes. It's easy. Watch this.
Monty Hawley's back with more goofiness and great fun on Let's Make a Deal. Today at 2:30 on the Family Channel.
Fifth Play Break. Get to your phones because it's your chance to be a contestant on a game show. Here's your host, Wink Martindale.
Hi, it's time for a Boggle Play Break. You want to win terrific prizes? Then pick up the phone now and call 1-900-773-5533 before our call-in countdown reaches 0. It only costs $4.98 to play, and it's really easy. We play Boggle by finding 4- and 5-letter words in a grid that resembles your telephone keypad. We'll give you clues to 5 different words. To spell out a word, look at the screen, find the letter you need, and punch the button on your phone that's in the same place as that letter. In this grid, if the first clue was not far, you would spell out the answer near by pressing 3 for N, 2 for E, 4 for A, and 5 for R. And let me point out, in each word, each letter must connect to the previous letter. After 3 seconds, we'll show you the first letter of the answer. You'll then have 7 more seconds to spell out the complete word. Remember, you can only use a letter once for each word, and in order to get credit for an answer, you must spell it out completely. After 5 words, the caller with the highest score combining the most correct answers in the shortest amount of time wins. Randy, tell them about the prizes.
Today's featured prize, a collection of Wallace garden tools featuring the power lever design. Reduces cutting effort without cords, batteries, or chargers, just your own 2 hands from Wallace. Today's Boggle Play Break winners will compete in our Boggle Playoff for a Holiday Inn Crown Plaza vacation to San Juan, Puerto Rico. If you're having fun watching Boggle and Shuffle, be sure to watch for our newest interactive game, Jumble, coming soon on FAM.
It's easy, but don't forget, you need a touch-tone phone and you must be at least 18 to play. Well, our call-in countdown is almost over. We'll be right back to play our game. 4 letters, clue big and green, the incredible what? Starts with H. One, 4, 2, and 6 would give it to you. Hulk. It's a 4-letter word, and the clue is food from a pig. Starts with P. P-O-R-K, pork. 4 letters, Greek beauty, Helen of what? Starts with T. Helen of T-R-O-Y, Helen of Troy. 5 letters, the clue, a catnap, is this many winks. Starts with F. How about 40 winks? F-O-R-T-Y. 5 letters. Hit songs Bad Bad Mr. Brown. His name starts with L. L-E-R-O-Y. Leroy Brown. Stay tuned. The winner of this play break will be announced in just a few minutes. And don't forget, there are more daily play breaks where you too can play and win. Hey, thanks for playing Boggle at home. I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations. Have a good trip to Puerto Rico.
Thank
all right?
you.
That's where your parents spent their honeymoon, huh? All right, remember, keep watching today for more chances to play Boggle. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Some of our participants may receive
hair that is free-flowing, like the sea, living in harmony with light, dancing in its shadows. This is Paul Mitchell hair.
There are 4 reasons why you should sleep on a back supporter, and I want you to know. So call me now, and I'll send you my free video. 1-800-94-VANNA.
DeLonghi's fine quality, small and stylish espresso cappuccino maker. Italian design, high performance pump driven system, a coffee lover's delight from DeLonghi. From Lloyd Flanders Heirloom Series, comfort of wicker for use indoors or out. A man-made aluminum frame, all-weather high-back lounge rocker from Lloyd Flanders. Lavon Sportswear creates his and her designer fashions. Activewear styled for comfort and ease. The family of lifestyle apparel from Lavon Sportswear.